You know, we sang so much over Easter, and I said to Nathan, did you lose the phone numbers of all the other cantors? He said, no. He said, I called them all twice before calling you. He said, now, don't take it personally, he said, but as for your voice, he said, you got 10 thumbs down from the parish council. I said, what? We have a parish council? I never realized that. Oh, Aaron's back. He said, Monsignor Gaston said, I really prefer Italian cantors. So you call a guy named Steinbeiser. Not nearly enough vowels.
Not true.
But I did marry an Italian, and she is a very devout Catholic, so you know what that means. She arrives at Mass 10 minutes after it starts. She sits in the back, and she leaves 10 minutes before Mass is over. Right? That's the devout Catholic. But you know, one day she was sitting there in church, well, way over there in church, and you know, when you cantor a Mass, your heart is filled with love for God and for God's people, and you know, and I'm looking at my wife, and I'm looking at my wife, and she's just staring up at Monsignor Gaston. She's just transfixed, you know, looking at Monsignor. And I'm like, hello, I'm over here. I mean, the congregation thought I was starting a whole new verse of the song. You know, and I was just trying to get her attention. So after Mass, I said, you know, you never looked at me once. You were just staring at Monsignor. And she said, well, he had those beautiful vestments on. And she said, you know, he just looked like a god. I said, Monsignor Gaston looked like a god? She said, yeah, Buddha. Nathan reminded me what a great musician is, Monsignor is. He said he's played the organ a very, very long time. I didn't even know they had an organist at the Last Supper. I don't want to say he's ancient, but when you hear about the scriptures of James and John, the original son of thunder is right here. And John, you are so correct about his homilies. How beautiful. Aren't Monsignor's homilies absolutely beautiful? They're filled with inspiration. They're filled with insight. I don't want to say his sermons are long, but I cantered for a Mass where he baptized a baby, and by the end of his homily, that kid was ready for confirmation. 12 years, or you can see that. But really, how do we, as a community, how can we give voice to the gratitude and the affection that we have for Monsignor? I mean, there has to be a way. By golly, there has to be a way. Oh, sorry, Monsignor. I didn't see it there. So, we have to join our voices in thanking him and showing our affection. When it began, everybody, we didn't even know ya. But then we saw you standing strong. You learned our names, taught us with care and feeling. Good, I believe you come along. One shepherd's care, reaching out, touching souls, touching you. Sweet Monsignor, good times never seem so good. We are inclined don't seem so lonely. You fill us up with faith anew. And when it rains, we stand by one another. The water runs off our new roof. One caring breeze reaching out, touching souls, touching you. Sweet Monsignor, good times never seem so good. We are inclined to believe we never could let you go. One more time, sweet Monsignor.